Hello there guys and welcome back to the channel. Finally, long-awaited changes to solo events are coming, and before we get to actual kind of like rewards and milestone structure, there are a few quick things I do want to cover before that. So apparently previously which type of solo events and what rewards you can earn from them was determined by prestige. I wasn't actually aware of that, but hey, fair enough. And now they will be sorted out by progression levels, as in like proven, conqueror, cavalier, uncollected, and all that type of stuff. So basically now it will directly, again, incentivize once again to get the next progression levels in order to obtain better milestones and better rewards for daily events, and especially for people who might kind of like be on the grasp of uncollected, becoming uncollected or becoming cavalier. That definitely will work as a good incentive, because for progressing players there is some extremely valuable stuff in daily events. And additional change that, in my opinion, does make a lot of sense is the fact that now you will in fact actually be gaining more points for questing in uncollected and cavalier difficulties. That will definitely be helpful to hit that event completion milestones, because previously, unless you were dropping half a dozen energy refills, like, you weren't likely gonna hit those daily events. So using your energy for them set events in the span of 24 hours, hopefully now with an energy refill or two, you should be able to hit all the milestones. And that is definitely appreciated, as well as the fact that by using higher rarity champions such as 6 and 5-star champions, you will be getting more points, which again does make sense. Unfortunately, it does kind of incentivize I guess people from running lower arenas overall, but hey, overall I'm definitely in favor for the fact that the 6-star champion usage kind of like gets more points, because that again kind of rewards your progression in the game and rewards the fact that you might have the 6-star champions of each and every class to use and stuff like that. So again, this is kind of like that idea of carrot after end of the work that you have done, and I am for that. And the last kind of significant change is to the solo crystals. They're basically going to be doing away with the old lesser and greater solo crystal system. They will use a new shard system, which effectively will mean that everyone earns the same type of shards and kind of the same way you earn artifacts. And then you can choose how you spend these shards for lesser, greater, or supreme solo crystals. And the cost there will be 1,000 shards for lesser ones, 2,000 ones for greater ones, and then 10,000 for supreme ones. But supreme ones, once again, do have some still very valuable resources like tier 2 alpha catalysts and tier 5 basics in them, as well as 5 and 6-star arena boosts and some other relatively desirable stuff as 5-star signature stones. The one biggest point of criticism throughout this entire thing, I definitely must say that it is extremely annoying, worrying, bothersome, filthy, low, stinky, cheap, is the fact that they are trying to push 4-star signature stones to cavalier player like nobody's business. They are in these supreme crystals, they are in milestone rewards, they're in rank rewards, they're pretty much everywhere. You cannot escape 4-star signature stones. Now, it is a neat thing to be able to acquire, to get some more 4-star signature stones and stuff like that, but yeah, let's face it, like, you don't care about 4-star signature stones for a really, really, really long time if you are kind of like relatively comfortably sitting in the cavalier bracket. Like, as a oxymoron here obviously is the fact that you cannot even use 4-star champions because they are deemed unworthy by Kabam to become cavalier, and then your grand reward at the end of the day is ability to acquire signature stones for unworthy champions. And that really does piss me off, like, because everybody hates the 4-star ban in Act 6, and so they should, because it's stupid. But then at least the smallest thing Kabam could do is behave accordingly and let us move past that point. If Kabam themselves hard-gated 4-stars out of Act 6, that is a decision they made, not what we wanted, then they can at least be consistent and keep the 4-star crap out of Cavalier level rewards. But nope. For whatever reason, apparently we need 4-star signature stones in order to be able to enjoy this game. But okay, let's move on to the next bits. Let's take a look at a reward milestone. So basically this is going to be what you are earning on daily 22-hour events. Now, keep in mind, I cannot talk too much about stuff that Conqueror and Proven summoners are getting, because it has been absolutely ages since I have been in that progression level. I have no clue as to what they are able to obtain now. Only positives I can definitely see there is that you can still acquire health potions, you can still acquire units, and you can still acquire revives even as a Conqueror player. So that is definitely good for them. But let's take a look at Cavalier level first. So first thing that I noticed that for a daily type of event, there is actually somewhat noticeable amount of gold. There's like 10,000 gold in the first milestone and 20,000 gold in the second milestone. And in my opinion, that is a positive change, because these are the milestones that you often can hit without trying to do the daily events. And it's just gonna work as a natural positive influx of gold to most of the players, even if you're not kind of like trying to compete these events. Like if you're not trying to go for hero use, if you play the game at all, you're typically going to hit the first couple of milestones. Or if you're not trying to go for event quest completion, you're still typically going to likely hit the first or two milestones. And getting 10 and 20,000 gold on a regular basis for effectively doing nothing and not going out of your way to do any specific type of content is a really positive change. Also, the fact that they still have not taken away the level 1 revive or the 25 units is definitely a positive. It's kind of like a nice little boost that people can obtain these resources daily, and it all does add up over the course of time. And overall, I must say there are definitely quite a lot of positives that I do think are very good incentives for actually trying to be somewhat more active in the game. Like in milestone number 4, you got 750 T5 basic fragments. That's definitely solid. In milestone number 5, you have 1200 tier 2 alpha catalyst fragments, which is also great. And for Cavalier players, as mentioned before, there is a 5-star signature stone available daily, and also 5-star signature stone crystal also available daily. So effectively you can earn like 60 signature stones, or 30 of whom will be generic as a Cavalier player per month. Realistically, you're probably not going to hit every 22-hour event. Even if you earn half of that, it still will add a significant impact, in my opinion, to the way you can sig up your 5-star champions. Now, the problem for that is because the prestige game has largely moved completely away from 5-star champions. So I would be absolutely ecstatic for this change. Personally, on personal level, I can understand if there are people who are absolutely loving this. But again, on a personal level, this change leaves me indifferent relatively, because I genuinely don't really care about 5-star signature stones. I have probably total of 500 signature levels in generic signature stones, which are largely being left unused. And yeah, I don't know. It just seems that this change is a really good one for the game, but about half a year too late. But still, once again, it's definitely a significant improvement, and I'm sure many players will benefit from it highly, if not from prestige standpoint, then from being able to sig up their Omega Reds, their Captain America Infinity Wars, their voids or whatever other champions somebody might have who do absolutely demand a high signatures level as a champion. So it might not really have any kind of significant impact to prestige anymore for many players, but it will have an impact on the quality of your roster because if you get to use SIG 200 Captain Infinity War, it's a completely different champion and he opens up new possibilities compared to SIG 50 Captain America Infinity War. Same with Namor and plenty of other champions. So obviously it's a great thing. It's a good thing that's coming, and finally. And as far as it goes for uncollected players, you are still able to earn a lot of decent stuff, just obviously less of it, and there are no T5 basic catalyst fragments in your milestones, but there are everything else basically. Instead of level 4 health potion, you're going for level 3 health potion. Instead of 1200 tier 2 alpha fragments, you're going for 600, which again is 600 fragments more than there was before. But if anything, for uncollected players, I would look at this as an extra incentive, as an extra push to become Cavalier in order to be able to get this daily cheddar. And let's look at the rank rewards. So basically 1 to 10% is going to have 5 uncollected golden crystals, which actually do award a good bunch of gold. Supreme solo shard crystals, which also have some good stuff in them. Greater solo shard crystals, don't know what's in those. And tier 4 class catalyst crystal. And this arguably might be one of the things I am personally most excited for, because tier 4 class catalyst stash, at least on my personal account, has been declining rapidly, largely due to the fact that 6-star champions at rank 2 and rank 3 require an absolute ton of tier 4 class catalysts, and they just go down really quickly as you do these rank ups, as rank up materials are more readily and easily available. I have noticed that the one kind of like catalyst that has been suffering the most for me personally has been tier 4 class catalyst. So I really do like the fact that we see them here on like as a possible daily reward, which should have fairly significant impact on how everybody's tier 4 class catalysts get depleted. If you are currently swimming in tier 4 class catalysts yourself, once you will actually reach that kind of like highest progression level, I would say, you will notice that situation rapidly starts to change, because opposed to where you had to use 3, 4, or 5 tier 4 class catalysts to take a champion next rank, then 6 stars take 7 and 8 and what have you. And it is a tricky thing to often get the classes that you need. So yeah, overall I'm happy for the increase there. And then as you go down the percentages from 11 to 20, you basically get the same stuff, just less of everything. And instead of full tier 4 class catalyst, you get the fragment crystals, and the same declining pattern there naturally appears. But overall, they remain fairly consistent. You effectively get the same stuff, just less of it. And it's a quite similar situation for the uncollected as well. And now let's move on to 7-hour events. And these are quite bad. For whatever reason, you have 2-star class SIG apps, 3-star class SIG apps, and 4-star class signature crystals, I think. And it's kind of neat to have them, but obviously they're hardly relevant. You get some solo shard crystals, a bit of gold, but overall they are certainly, well, anticlimactic. They weren't worth doing before, and they're certainly not really worth doing now either. Only thing that you can look at there is the attack boost at the final milestone if you happen to kind of like go for it, but it's extremely underwhelming no matter which way you look at it. There are hardly any items of high value for any player who would be Cavalier, because it's very small dribs and drops of that gold, significantly less than you earn from 22-hour events. Some solo shard crystal fragments, which ultimately will add up and is decent, but yeah, there is just kind of like, ooh, nice to have, but not mandatory to go for. And same goes for rank rewards as far as I'm concerned. I'm sure that we are going to see them up here in a second. Now, when it comes to rank rewards, obviously it's again extremely annoying to see 4-star signature stones as like pretty much the top prize for anything at all. It is, however, very pleasant to see that choice option being included as in selector, so you can pick in between 1/3 of tier 4 basic catalyst, 10 tier 4 class catalyst fragment crystals, or 6 4-star signature stone crystals, again, which have no business being with those resources. As far as I'm concerned, those should have been either tier 1 alpha catalysts or just gold or something that players actually could use for. And yeah, that is a very bizarre option there. So what are you going to choose from in between your catalysts or 4-star signature stones, which again is a nice, neat thing to have if you get it for free, but it's definitely nothing you're going to work hard towards too, because 4 stars are in fact irrelevant to quality players for most part, unless it's some sort of challenge or whatever. But yeah, overall, obviously it's great change. I think they did miss a lot of opportunities in the 7-hour events. I think 22-hour event stuff is a very, very positive change, coming slightly too late in the game. But still, I am super happy to see all of this. Perhaps on a personal level, it will get me for a while at least following these events a bit more closely, and actually trying to hit certain milestones and trying to get some rank rewards occasionally when I do have time to play. It's nothing overly game breaking for me personally, but I do believe that this will have significant impact to a progressing kind of like intermediate player who has just freshly become cavalier or who is still uncollected. So that is definitely 100% a positive change overall. I think 7-hour events are a bit of a letdown. I think it's cool to have some sort of customization and choice included. And as to when this is all going to go live, it is meant to go live starting next Tuesday, I believe. So it's very soon. It's very soon. Or is it this Tuesday? Anyways, launch on Tuesday. They didn't specify the date. Either way, it's coming in the game soon. So yeah, that will do for me today. I have babbled on a bit too long as it is, but hopefully you guys have enjoyed the video. If you did, hit that like button, hit that sub button, go down to comment section, let me know what you guys personally think about these changes, what you like about them, what you don't like about them, what kind of impact you think they will have on your account on personal level. But yeah, that's me done, and I'm gonna catch you guys soon. See ya.